Hi, I'm Greg. Today, I'm just making a really quick video on how to dual boot EndeavourOS with an existing Mac installation. It's just going to be the bare bones basics. For more details, watch one of my other EndeavourOS videos. All you need is a Mac running macOS, a USB drive, and something I always recommend, a Panda USB Wi-Fi adapter, because Linux often doesn't like built-in Mac adapters. I've got an Amazon affiliate link to the one I use in the description, so I may get a commission if you buy through that. First, go to the EndeavourOS website, EndeavourOS.com. There, scroll down the page to your region, and you can download the ISO disk file, and also, if you want to validate the file, the SHA-512-SUM file. Next, we'll get a program that allows us to flash the ISO file to our USB drive. We'll use Balena Etcher at etcher.balena.io. I'm downloading the regular Mac version. Alright, the files we downloaded are now in our Downloads folder. I'm going to double-click the Balena Etcher file that'll put a virtual disk on our desktop. I'll drag it to the applications, and then I'll start the application. Here, we now select the ISO file that we want to flash, and then select our USB drive. Click Flash, enter the system password, and wait. Your Mac will tell you it can't read that disk. It's totally fine, so just ignore that message. Now we're going to open Disk Utility and partition a part of our drive for EOS. Under the View menu, pick View All Devices, then choose the top device in the left-hand side. Now click the Partition button. In the new window that appears, click the plus sign. In the subsequent pop-up, you want to confirm that we're adding a partition, not a volume. You can give it a name, anything will work, it's just temporary. Then for format, just choose exFAT, and then confirm the size of the volume. I'm just going to use half my hard drive. Click the Apply button, and then any other confirmations that appear. Now just wait it out for a few minutes. You can now quit Disk Utility and reboot your computer. If your computer's from 2018 or newer, hold down Command-R while restarting. We're going to change some security settings. If your computer's older than that, this won't apply to you. Command-R restarted us in recovery mode. In the top menu, under Utility, press Startup Security Utility. You'll have to enter your password to begin. Here, we want to choose No Security, and we also want to allow installing from external media. You can now quit this utility and reboot your computer again, holding down Option. We're going to start from the EndeavourOS USB. From this startup menu, we want to start from EFI boot. If you see two EFI boots, just unplug the USB drive and plug it right back in. You'll now only see one, and you can start from that. When the Endeavour boot menu shows, you can click Enter or just wait it out. Unless you've got Ethernet, when Endeavour starts, it probably won't see your network connection. Click Exit in this first window. Go down to the network symbol. If you see any networks, you can try to connect. If you don't see any networks, or you're unable to connect to one without the password prompt popping up over and over again, plug in the Panda USB Wi-Fi adapter, and that should help you connect. Now restart the installer. It's the icon with a downward-facing arrow. In the menu that appears, click Start the installer. Click Online. In the installer window, choose your language, and then your region, and choose a keyboard. I'm choosing an Apple keyboard, but default may be fine for you. Now you can choose a desktop environment if you want one. KDE is pretty popular, and it's the EndeavourOS default. I'm choosing i3 Window Manager, which is a little more keyboard-oriented than most desktop environments. On the next screen, I keep all the default programs, and I also add the long-term support kernel, which gives you just a little extra insurance in case you ever have problems after an update. The default bootloader is fine. And now we're going to repartition the part of the drive that we set up for EOS and macOS. Here, you're going to choose Manual Partitioning, go to the next screen, click on that partition, the exFAT one, and delete it. We'll now add a couple help partitions before our default one. We need a boot partition, something called a swap partition, which uses the hard drive as virtual memory, and then the main partition. Click the free space, and then the Create button. Here, we want to enter 3000 megabytes, choose a FAT32 file system, /EFI for the mount point, EFI for the label, and then boot as the flag. After clicking OK, click free space again, and then the Create button again. For swap space, you can choose about the same amount as the amount of RAM in your system, so I'm choosing 16 gigs, or about 16,000 megabytes. For file system, choose Linux swap, no mount point, label it swap, and then the flag is swap. Click OK, and we'll do this one more time. Click free space again, and then Create again. There's no need to adjust the size. We're going to use all the space that's remaining. For the file system, we're going to use ext4. For the mount point, we're just going to use a slash. You can label it whatever you want. I'm just going to label it EOS, and then use the root flag. Hit OK, and then next go to the account setup. You can use a username, I'm just using my name for both user and real. You can give the system a name. I'm using EOS. And you can just put a very secure password. This is not a very secure password. I'm just leaving this password as the root password too, since I'm the only one using the computer. Click Next one more time. Then you can install. Once Endeavour starts, you can log in. It'll probably remember your Wi-Fi information, so you're now free to update it as you please. Once I've tried it out a bit, I'm going to restart in macOS just to make sure that's working okay. Hold down Option again during reboot, and choose your Mac drive. And now I want to set Endeavour as my default OS. I'm going to hold down Option one more time as I reboot, and this time, when I click on the EFI boot, I'm going to hold down the Control key. You'll see that the vertical arrow under the drive now turns to a clockwise arrow. That means it'll be the default drive from now on, until I hold down Option and change it again. Thanks for watching.